What's up, guys? Here for the Week 8 review. Obviously, the big news this week is that Derrick Henry is likely done for the season. Sucks for Casey's team. It'll definitely reflect in the power rankings that come out. That loss as well. Also, when I looked at his team, I just really didn't realize how bad it was outside of Derrick Henry. So I made the adjustments accordingly. Also, it looks like Calvin Ridley is going to miss some time due to personal matter. No clue how long that'll be. Obviously, Lane Johnson, the offensive lineman for the Eagles, did the same earlier this year. He was out for 3 weeks, so maybe that's kind of what we can expect. I don't know. It's just kind of a toss-up. Obviously, mental health is a big deal in the sports world and the entertainment world recently. Obviously, I'm a little bit old school. I just think he needs to suck it up and get out there and, do his job. But at the same time, I don't know what kind of personal matters may be going on in his life. Obviously, I know all of us, have things to go through, some more difficult than others. It is what it is. Just deal with it the best way you can and, give it to God and let him handle things. But without further ado, let me get into the matchups here. We'll start with mine, as always, because it's just at the top of the board when I look, because that's how it works. I took the L here pretty bad by 30 points. Lost to Matt. This was 122-91. Looking at my team, Robert Woods played well. He scored 2 touchdowns. I didn't even know that until I just looked. I knew he had one. 3 for 35, so nice to see him get in the end zone twice. Tyler Lockett had a nice game, 12 for 142. Got me 20 points. And then Deontay Johnson played all right. Got me 13. But pretty much everybody else sucked. Jalen Hurts finally had a game where he didn't get me 20 points. Got 11. They dominated the game. So there really wasn't much for him to really need to do. So I kind of understand it. I got 7.8 out of Cook and Herbert. Kind of what I expected out of Herbert. Obviously, Dalvin Cook, my number 1 pick. I expect 20 points every week. Difficult to see there. Obviously, Cowboys are a good team. An average defense. I don't think they're anything special. Nothing that should have held Cook in check, in my opinion. But Emmanuel Sanders, 0 points. I think he got targeted 4 times. Just very odd day for him. Definitely hurt me in DFS. I played him some there as well. Ricky Seals-Jones with 2 points. I had Connor on the bench who had 14. Wouldn't have made a difference in the matchup, but could have got me some more points. Obviously, he played Thursday night. He got 2 touchdowns there. Looking over here at Matt's team, of course, every week I harp on the fact that he drafted 2 quarterbacks in the top 5 rounds. Once again, he played the wrong one. Didn't hurt him here. Wasn't a huge difference, about a 2-point difference, but it is what it is. Got basically 14 out of Herbert. Darrell Henderson, very nice game. 2 touchdowns, 22 points. Darrell Williams didn't find the end zone, but played very well, 14. Adam Thielen found the end zone, 17. Tyler Boyd found the end zone with 17. Goddard got him 10. Nice day there. Did get negative points out of his defense, 15 out of his kicker. That's a pretty massive day there. Did have Cole Beasley on the bench, who had 10 catches for 110, 16 points. A nice day there, but decent output by everybody on his team except McLaurin. And Herbert, 13 out of your quarterback, but McLaurin only had 3 for 23, but everybody else played pretty well. Obviously, it reflects in his score, and he will move up in the rankings finally. Next up, we got 2 of the bottom dwellers as far as the score goes for the week. Dalton won this matchup 85-73 over Josh. Looking at Dalton's team, Burrow played nice with 20. Stephon Diggs found the end zone. Maybe that might have been is that his first one this year? Let me find out real quick. Nope. 3rd one. Not scoring too much this year, though. 2 of his touchdowns have come against the Dolphins. CeeDee Lamb played very well. Had a nice catch off a wide receiver pass from Cedric Wilson. I'm sure you guys may or may not have seen the play, but it was a beautiful pass by the receiver on the run. Maybe they'll run a little bit more of that. Jamar Chase found the end zone, but didn't do much else. Got him 12. And then nothing else to really speak of. Look, some downsides to his lineup. Higbee continues to struggle, 4 points. Played Damian Williams, the running back for the Bears. Got negative -0.3. Defense got him 2. Devin Singletary, not really sure what you expect out of him. Got you 3.5. I mean, that's almost kind of what I guess you can expect. Ezekiel Elliott only had 9.3. Obviously, you expect a little bit more there. But all in all, got him the win. He did have Boston Scott on the bench, who had 18. Nice day there out of him. Looking at Josh's team, Kyler Murray struggled, only 9 points. Austin Eckler had a big day with 21. Seahawks defense got him 12. And then everything else is just a struggle here. Brandon Bolden 2.5. DJ Moore got him 8. Christian Kirk with 6.5. T.Y. Hilton with 2.5. Dalton Schultz with 2. Gronk with 0. Just a rough day. Had some players on bye, but and players out with injury. But tough day there for Josh. Team not looking too good there. Next up, we got a very close matchup. This is Garrett versus Garrett. So the battle of the Garretts, and they battled it out. Garrett number 1, or Garrett Baker, won the matchup 115.4. Garrett number 2 had 114.6, so less than 1 point separated them. And we'll see how they played it out and what adjustments could have been made to maybe swing that one way or the other. Stafford had a nice day with 24. Damian Harris had 14. Edmonds had 14. Deebo Samuel, basically, if they call it a touchdown, he wins this matchup. I haven't seen the play, but I know he had a huge play and ended up stepping out really close to the end zone, which obviously cost him the 6 points for the touchdown there. But he did finish with 20. Can't be mad at him for that. Evan Ingram found the end zone, got him 9 points. Actually, no changes he could have made. All his players were either hurt, on bye week, out with personal issues, so no points on his bench. So nothing to discuss there. Everybody played pretty well. The only thing I see in his lineup that I'm thinking, you'd be disappointed is Gainwell. Obviously, everybody thought Gainwell was going to be the guy with Miles Sanders out. He clearly wasn't. I believe he only had 1 carry to the fourth quarter, and then I think he had 12 or 13 carries in the fourth quarter after the game was already out of reach. It was Boston Scott and Jordan Howard who had the big days, each of them getting 2 touchdowns. So a little difficulty there, but I don't blame him for it, because if I had Gainwell, I'd thrown him in there too. Looking at Garrett's team, somehow this kid keeps winning. Doesn't have his number 1 draft pick, and somehow keeps getting it done, and is not only winning, but putting up pretty good scores while doing it. So his team is performing pretty well. And then when we look at it here, Carson Wentz played okay, got him 18. Michael Carter with 28 points. Big day. Kicking myself because I had him in my DFS lineup and I fucking took him out, making some tweaks, and that definitely hurts there. Mike Evans found the end zone but didn't do much else, got him 12. Michael Pittman with a huge day, 25 and a half there, 2 touchdowns. Nothing else going on there. Obviously, DeAndre Swift only got him 5.5. You expect a little bit better there. Hopkins only did 2 catches. He's dealing with a hamstring injury, I believe. Noah Fant only with 2 points. I believe it came out today that he has been placed on the COVID list, so he likely may miss at least a week. I'm not sure when their next game is, but looking on his bench, not much going on the bench, but did have a couple guys on the bench with double digits, so nothing too bad there. Up next, we got Michael versus Jason. Michael won this one 125-96. Looking at Jason's team, Tom Brady with 25. Najee Harris had 19.5. Hawkinson with 14. Nothing on the bench. As far as poor performances, Chubb was 7.5. I expected better out of him. Coming off injury and especially not having to deal with Kareem Hunt, but Steelers were able to keep him in check. Justin Jefferson had a rough day. Obviously, who he was going up against, Trayvon Diggs. Probably the defensive player of the year. The guy dominating things for the Cowboys in the secondary. Cortland Sutton struggled too, only 5 points. Mike Williams continues to struggle after starting off the season, killing it, only 2.9. James Robinson, only 4.5. He did leave that game with injury. Just a tough week for Jason. Still put up 96 points, but Could have done a lot better at it. Some of his players performed up to what you expect. Looking at Michael's team, Jameis Winston tore his ACL in the game, so he's done for the season. So there'll be a change at quarterback there. Obviously, looks like he has Lamar Jackson on the bench, so not a huge deal for him, but won't have him as a backup. Jonathan Taylor, nice game with 20. Tyreek Hill had 21. Chris Godwin had 24. Jameson Crowder got him 12.5. Panthers defense got him 12. Nothing on the bench to speak of. Laviska Shenault only had 3. It seems like maybe he's losing some of his targets and things to Jamal Agnew, who's had, I think, 25 targets combined in the past 3 games. Leonard Fournette only got him 5.5. Expect a little bit better there, but everything else is pretty on par and reflects in his score there. Up next, we got Dakota versus Casey, and this was a beatdown. It was 128-70. Dakota had to make the adjustment and go to Cooper Rush over Prescott. Fared well for him, got him 17. Kamara got him 15. Joe Mixon found the end zone twice with 23. A.J. Brown's really turned it on recently with 27. Elijah Mitchell got him 20. Didn't even play a kicker. I guess he probably dropped the kicker to get Cooper Rush, I assume. But didn't need a kicker, so can't fault him there. Just all in all, nice game. I mean, looking at his team, I mean, everybody played pretty well. I mean, only 1 point out of the defense. You obviously thought Bengals would do better against the Jets and Mike White, but wasn't the case this week. Looking at Casey's team, I don't know what the fuck's going on with Patrick Mahomes, but he continues to struggle somewhat. Only had 14. Chuba Hubbard had 14. Looks like McCaffrey may be back soon, so I'm not sure how that's going to go. Got 10 out of his kicker. Nothing going on the bench. Just a lot of poor scores out of his team. Derrick Henry, obviously, I'm pretty sure he played the whole game, even though he's hurt. Finished with 7. Javonte Williams with 6. Odell Beckham, 1 catch for 6 yards. That's rough. Khalif Raymond, 0 points. Van Jefferson did okay for him. Kyle Pitts struggled. Just a really rough week for Casey there. In the last matchup we have 2 decent scores here. We got Derek winning. This was 144-123 over Kenny. Looking at Derek's team, Josh Allen killed it, but didn't really do so until late in that game. Got 29.5. Melvin Gordon, 2 touchdowns, 17 points. DK Metcalf, 2 touchdowns, 19. Amari Cooper, 22, also had the game-winning catch. Brandon Cooks was 17. Devontae Booker had 15. His kicker had 12. I mean, everybody played pretty well for him outside of Kelsey, who only had 2.7. You expect a little bit better there, but everything else is fairly on par, better than expected. Looking at Kenny's team, Daniel Jones got him 16. Aaron Jones got him 20.5. Keenan Allen was 17. Cooper Kupp with 21. Just continues to dominate. It's crazy. Cordero Patterson got him 16. Bills defense with 11. Did have Tannehill on the bench who had 21, so he could have got a few more points, but wouldn't have swung things in his favor. Antonio Gibson only with 7. He continues to struggle this year. Jerry Jeudy, his first game back from injury, got him 6. Cook at tight end got him 3.5. Not too sure what to expect there. Obviously had to do a bye week fill-in. Not a bad score, just played one of the better teams this week. But that is all the matchups for the week, so we move into week 9 here. Best of luck for everybody. Looking at some of the top waiver wire ads, I mean, looks like Jeremy Nichols is number 1 for running back. I know Ty Johnson had a nice week. All the top quarterbacks, free agents, I'll start with a T to Tyrod Teddy. It's a little funny. Marquise Callaway at receiver, possibly. Dan Arnold, Flyermuth, Conklin at tight end. Nothing too crazy. Obviously, get your waivers in. Obviously, we're about the halfway point. 17 weeks, so it's I guess we'll have 18 weeks in fantasy. Well, no, we'll play 17. We won't play all the way to week 18. So we're basically at the halfway point. Looking at the standings here, it looks like Garrett and Dalton are pretty much shoo-ins for the playoffs currently at 7-1, 6-2. Jason not too far behind at 5-3, and then there's a gridlock at 4-4 between 5 teams. So obviously not all of them are going to make it. Everybody still has a chance. Obviously, I am at the fucking bottom at 2-6, along with Matt, and there's a couple 3-5 teams. We'll see what happens here. Obviously, anything can happen. Trade deadline passed today. Nothing crazy happened. Obviously, Von Miller went to the Rams yesterday. That was the biggest deal. But as far as fantasy goes, no big moves for any offensive players that I've come across. But best of luck to everybody. I will post the power rankings when you guys watch this video. You've already seen it. See ya.